Yo, 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 Surreal Talk Radio, your man, Calico the Surrealist on WPRK 91.5 FM Winter Park, kicking it at the dark with our special guests in the building. Hey, man.
Come on.
Yeah, man. We got a hot show lined up tonight, man. We're going to set this thing off with my surreal topic of the day. We got music from around the way. We got our throwback track and my favorite part of the show, the pump it or dump it. Y'all get to call in, talk to us about the music we playing and everything we saying right here on Surreal Talk Radio. All right, man, listen. A special guest chilling with us tonight. This brother right here is a jazz flute player. Some call it a flutist or a flautist. He's a
you got it, flautist. You got it.
Yeah, he's a songwriter and a music producer from the legendary platinum-selling R&B group Surface. We got my
sir.
We got my man David Pitt Conley on the line. What's going on, bro?
Oh, good. Got my partner on with us, Mr. John Fever, sitting up there on the side there.
I see you.
What's happening?
There it is.
Yep.
Y'all looking good, man. Y'all looking
Hey, man,
good.
thanks.
Feeling blessed.
That's what it is, yeah.
Hey, man, listen, first of all, man, I want to thank you so much for doing our show, helping us grow the platform, man. We appreciate that.
Oh, we about it. You kidding me? Sure, man.
Yeah, we appreciate you, man, for doing what you do.
Yes, sir.
Man, say he bought it.
Yes, sir. No doubt.
All right, man. Well, we gonna get straight to it with my surreal topic of the day. My topic tonight is happiness. That's what I want to talk about.
Are you kidding me? I just wrote a song called Happiness. Real talk.
Hey, man, look it. We on the
It's
same,
for my church, actually. Yeah.
we on the same page. But yeah, man,
Yeah.
I'm going somewhere with this happiness, man. So check it out. Y'all, I got the song Happy, right?
Only you can make me happy. You bet.
Yeah, man. I was just finna say, man, in the lyrics, that's what y'all say. Only you can make me happy. All right, so I want to present something to you and get your thoughts before we get into the interview.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, so psychiatrists say, true happiness is an internal state, not something that can be gained from external sources like people, possessions, or events. What you say about that?
I say it's totally correct. Because, a lot of times we put happiness on other things, on physical things. Let's be honest. We usually do it from our opposite sex. In our case, it's the woman. A lot of time a man thinks happiness is having a good woman or whatever the case may be. Yeah, it's going to make you happy. Yeah. But is that true happiness? Well, happiness comes from inside, And for me, happiness comes from above, God above. So it starts there and then it goes into my soul. And then all the earthly possessions come in later. That comes in. That's the blessings of happiness. That's the way I feel.
I feel the same way, man. I definitely believe, that happiness starts within. And I like what y'all was kicking to on the song, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all was just basically letting it be known, you know what I'm saying, that y'all don't need a lot of women, you know what I mean? Like y'all was just shooting at the woman.
It's funny how some of these things, when we write these songs, some of them are real talk, you know what I mean? And we were not really what I consider whoremongers, where we had a lot of women and stuff like that. Yeah. Most of us had one woman at one time. But, there was times when we kind of played around a little bit, but it wasn't a normal thing for us. That wasn't our thing.
I could, man, listen, I don't know, Surface, we gonna get into it.
All right, come on.
Well, yeah, like my wife say, man,
we had fun.
I know it. I bet it. But
and we continually having fun. Real talk.
For sure, man. Well, it's like my wife say, two things can be true at the same time.
Correct.
But like, let's on some like mental health type of talk. I want to ask you, like, basically, are you a happy person? And if so, what makes you happy?
Oh, I'm super happy, actually, And I will say the things that make me happy are some of the things that are still from my inside, but I have been blessed to have people like my man John Fever on my side, things like that, my lead vocalist right there. And blessed with this music, because this music was given to me from above. I had nothing to do with this. When I first bought my first flute, I never played flute in my life, and I actually, the first time I put it in my hands, I knew how to play it. Don't ask me how or what, but I mean, that's just something that happened. Did it make me happy? Yeah, because all of a sudden it opened up a whole new thing for me, something that I had never had before. Now all of a sudden I could play the flute, and later on I went to the sax, and later on I went to writing, and later on I went to keyboards, So it kept going on, that things just kept, and every addition it makes you happier, because then what happens after you're getting happy, after you have a craft that you working on, Then all of a sudden you start to get some success.
Yeah.
And guess what? After success, what else do you get? Of course, you're going to get the women, but you get money too, right?
Okay.
So, of course, money doesn't last forever, and just like anything else, things come into your life and they leave your life. That's the way it is. But yeah, I'm very happy with a lot of things in my life. I have a beautiful wife now, and we rolling. You know what I mean? We rocking.
Hey man, that's a beautiful thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but yeah, man, that's the one that you tell us a couple of the things that you kind of do, like exercise, mental health again. Some of the things you do to kind of keep this happiness.
I like this whole subject that you're doing because, as you know, our big song is called Happy. So we did a whole career off of Happy, which is still here, which is the reason why me and FIFA can still go out there and sing these songs today. It's because of Happy. Now, the things that keep me happy, once again, we're fortunate to have songs that kind of outlive us. What do I mean by outlive us? Remember David Townsend? He's one of the members in the group Surface. Well, he passed away in 2005. But guess what? His father used to tell us, listen, y'all need to do some music that's going to outlive y'all. This fast music, fast cars, fast women, all that kind of stuff, that's going to go old. Find a way to make some music that's going to outlive y'all. And guess what? Here's a song that outlived Townsend. Yeah. Only You Can Make Me Happy, that's right? And other songs, Ed Townsend, his father, who was the one that was mentoring us about these lessons, he's gone. And guess what? He outlived For Your Love, Let's Get It On, Marvin Gaye, and others that outlived him. So it's nice to be able to leave something behind when you're gone, especially if something positive, something that people can say, I remember that group. I remember this guy. I remember this song. I remember the first time I met my wife. Boom. It's because of him. This song was here. It was playing in the air. We was doing the things and everything, So these things make us happy. These stories that we hear when people tell us when we go out on the road, the feelings that we're getting when we do interviews like yourself, the feelings that we do when we're doing TV or we're doing radio interviews, whatever it is, wherever we go. We still hear songs about our songs, more so than us as people. Our songs are already outliving us, and we're still alive. You know what I mean?
Hey, bro.
People know our songs better than they know us, is what I'm trying to say.
No, I feel you, man. And I want to say this because I wanted to jump into my interview portion, but I want to say this before we get started because it just hit me when you was talking. For everybody watching, man, understand we are on the phone. We are on live right now with a legend. Like, for real. We are on, come on, man. Go back and listen to some Surface music. But, let's put this topic on the back burner for a little bit just so we got enough time to chop it up with you, find out what you got going on these days and things like that. I'm going to kind of try to go in chronological order. I'm going to start it out like this right here, though. I'm guessing this name, Pick, is kind of like a stage name for you, right? Like, what's the story with that?
Actually, no. It was my nickname.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my nickname. Actually, the nickname used to be Pickle. When I was younger, my aunt called me Pickle. She said I looked like a pickle when I was born. I don't know nothing about that, but this is what she thought. And then as I got older, I just shortened it to Pick. So it became David Pick Conley. Okay. And as I got older now, right now, as my experience and everything in life, my name is now Prince David. So I guess I'm morphing all the time. You know what I mean? So here we go. So, but Pick, that's my nickname.
That's what's up. All right, man.
And
you was born and raised in Newark, New Jersey, right?
Newark, New Jersey. I was born in Newark, raised in East Orange, New Jersey. Moved up to West Orange, where we did a lot of the Surface music right there. And a lot of other productions that I did right there in West Orange, New Jersey. Okay. And then I started moving around the country.
For sure. All right, well, let's represent one time for New Jersey, for Newark, New Jersey. Tell me one thing about Newark that you're most proud of.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Newark is it's so home-based that it's kind of hard for me to put it in one or two or three words because it's just so much of a part of me. It's like you can say that I am Newark, you know what I mean, because of all the experiences that I went through with Newark. And I only represent Newark because that's where I was born, but actually I was raised in East Orange. And when I think about coming up in East Orange, I can't think of a better place to grow up in, you know. Yeah, we was a modest family, you know. We there was 8 of us, you know, and we was all crammed up in one big old house, you know, stuff like that with all kinds of things that happened in those kind of houses, you know, with the bugs and all that kind of stuff that we grew up with. But still, aside all those things that you think about, you know, the terrible things that we can look at terrible these days, it was a beautiful atmosphere. My mother and father, they were great people. And, you know, my sisters and brothers, we were all very, very close as we were coming up. You know, we were real sisters and brothers until we got older. And then we fell apart, of course. You know, but that's what happens with most families. You know, you get older and you start to believe in different things. You're moving in different directions, you know, things of that nature. So it's prophesied that that's what's going to happen anyway. Okay.
Well, I appreciate you sharing that with us, man.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I love the way you answered that question too. To be honest with you, want to ask you
I
this:
appreciate it.
how would you describe your personality?
It's kind of hard for a person to describe that. Somebody else can describe it, you know, but I feel blessed. So I walk around and I don't really have a sad face on things like that, you know, because I did grow up with a very, very bad disease for my eyes. And eventually I turned blind. So right now, as we're talking right now, I am blind. I can't see anything. But even through it all, I was never one of those guys that could sit into a corner and just be boo-hoo, boo-hoo. I was never that kind of guy. Mm-hmm. So as my eyes kept getting worse, I didn't, get to that kind of sadness, kind of yellow makes me blue. I was never that kind of guy. So I always had a positive attitude. You know, was I kind of weird sometimes? Yeah. But, you know, as I became a man, I started to do man things. And I was hoping that I was going to more edify people and make people feel better instead of just like, you know, disturbing people's world, you know. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. So I found myself being kind of a happy guy, you know, happy-go-lucky kind of cat. Oh, what do you think, P?
It's inspirational. I would say, Brother David is inspirational because of the things he's been through and losing his sight. He's inspiring. From the first day I met him, I'm like, you know, we had a rehearsal set up, and we had a drummer supposed to come by and play, and the drummer didn't show. David go grab the MPC 60. And he programs every beat to every song that we're supposed to practice that day, right there in front of us, just so we would be able to still rehearse. And I'm like, this guy can't even see, and he just, you know. And I'm like, this is amazing, you know. So to me, he's been an inspiration, and I think that's what he gives off. He's an inspiring guy.
Amen. Appreciate that, bro. Hey, man, I'm loving this interview so far. Hey, David, man, if you never made it with the music, what do you think you'd be doing right now?
Well, it's two parts of that story because, you know, when I was growing up, when I did have vision, I was an artist, so I could draw and paint. And I would probably say, not being too conceited or nothing like that, but I can paint, I could draw as good as I could play the flute.
Nice.
And I do feel like I can play the flute. You know what I mean? I've been doing it long enough. Over 50 years, I've been playing that flute. So you better be able to know how to play that damn thing, all right? But if I could have kept my vision, I probably would have been an artist because that's where I was actually going. Through high school, even as a child, you know, growing up, I always used to draw, doodle, and I was always interested in sculpting and drawing and things of that nature. But then, you know, when the lights started to get dim, I lost that talent, but just one time the blessing came upon me once again, and music came and took the place of art, you know, like art.
Right.
But it was a different kind of art. So now it's an audible art. Right. And that's where I follow. So it's kind of hard to say because right now I don't know what else to do. I can't. When you think about what else can you do? Nothing. Do this music.
Hey,
that's all I got.
You might be, you know, destined to do the music thing. So
yeah,
let's talk about the music. You know, first off, I want you to finish this. I'm gonna do a sentence, and I want you to finish it for me. All right. The sentence is, I fell in love with R&B when I first heard your answer.
Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye. I knew you was gonna say Marvin. I don't know what.
I can't help it.
Hey man,
I'm
Marvin
just,
Gaye.
I mean, you talking about a voice, a spirit. God, I just, when I heard him, that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A voice, it's funny being a musician and not that voice like that, because John Fever, Bernard Jackson, they're the voice, really. I'm just like a background cat. But Marvin, when I listen to his music, even from the very beginning, always, all the way till he passed away. And we got a chance to know Marvin Gaye. So it even made it even higher and higher. But right there, that was R&B for me, right there.
All right, man, take us back to the time of Marvin Gaye. Like when you
Boy.
first heard Marvin Gaye, like
Well, Marvin was always a part of our world because, once again, one of the members in the group, his own father, was the one that was writing for Marvin Gaye.
yeah.
I know you're talking about one of his indelible songs, Let's Get It On. He wrote that for Marvin Gaye. So when we first took our trip out to Los Angeles and hooked up with Dave Townsend's dad, whose name is Ed Townsend, when we hooked up with Ed took us over to Marvin Gaye's studio. He had us set up all of our equipment in Marvin Gaye's studio, and we performed for Marvin Gaye. The first thing we did when we got out to L.A. So you got to imagine that must have been like mind-blowing for us. So that was the first thing. Early days of Marvin Gaye. And, Marvin, he was getting ready to go on tour, and he was thinking about having us to be the band. But I think our aspirations was trying to get a record deal for ourselves. Mm-hmm. And actually, Marvin only really wanted Ed's son, Dave Townsend. He only really wanted the guitar player. So we didn't really meet up to his standards as far as being his band, but it was still a great experience, and that was in the beginning signs of Marvin. So we got a chance to see him in the very beginning stages, getting ready to go out on tour, and just being around him and his family. Jam became a good friend of ours, and that whole thing.
I'm trying to cram all this stuff in, man. On this limited time, like I'm loving it so much, man. All right, let's talk about this. Like when you got started, up until the point where you knew that this is what you wanted to do going forward. Tell us about that.
Well, it's weird because when Dave and I actually really started the music together. Even in the local band that we're talking about, when we went out to Los Angeles, we were a band, Port Authority. And we always kind of knew it. But see, Dave was different from me because when we started, Dave was writing music. And that was a new thing for me. I was like, yo, how'd you come up with that song? So I started loving that whole area of writing songs. So I actually got inspired through Dave because he was inspired by his dad. All them writers, you know what I mean? So, and then it got even further when we met Bernard. So writing became the big thing for us. So we always, let me just speak for myself. I always really just wanted to be a part of the music business. Once all these little avenues from starting playing the flute, then moving on to the sax, then moving on to even baritone sax. I was playing baritone sax in my marching band out in Dallas, Texas in college, and on playing sax for mandrill and doing all these things. I always knew that this is for me. And I knew that even though I had other jobs, I was a longshoreman down in Port Newark. But was that going to be my lasting job? No, because my vision was going bad and music was pulling at me like clawing and clawing and clawing at me. I got to get back to the music. So the music was still paramount in my life. And I was just hoping that it was all going to work. And fortunately for me, things started to work. And that even made it better as things was working each step at a time. Because we were actually writers at first. We did not get a record deal first. We were actually let me see. We actually were. I'm sorry, because when it was me and Karen fall in love, we were artists then. But later, we had got a writers deal with Screen Gems, EMI, and that's what actually propelled us into getting a record deal with Columbia Records. So we were actually writers. So we started writing for a lot of different people. New Edition, Immature, Sister Sledge, Gwen Guthrie, Isaac Hayes. There was a lot of people in that first year of us writing songs together. Mm-hmm. So once that kind of happened, then, we got notice from the record company that these guys sound like a group. Next thing you know it, we became Surface again, because Surface was here before, but it's our second wave, shall I say? No pun intended. Second wave of Surface coming in. All right, so I'm not sure if I went on a tangent to kind of make a little bit of a circle, but these things, I've been here so long, you know what I mean? I got to try to find a way to keep everything in a tight thing so I can remember all of this stuff. Because I've been through so much.
Yeah, no, you're laying it out. But like you mentioned, you know what I'm saying, you guys wrote. Well, you wrote for a lot of big names: Jermaine Jackson, IGAs, Aretha Franklin, some other big names as well. Another thing too is you guys' music been sampled a lot.
We love it.
Man, we're gonna talk about it.
We love it. Yeah, we do.
I love it too, man, because this is where I get in. Because you guys music been sampled by Cool G Rap and Nas.
That was the first one. Right. Cool G and Nas.
Yeah, Nas is one of my all-time favorite, man. But yeah, they sampled the Happy song on their Fast Life. And my favorite rapper that's in the game right now, Crazy Bone.
Oh, he did it.
Yeah, he sampled
Papers. You Are My Everything.
Yeah, man. So let's pause for a second, because again, I'm a Bone fan. Have you ever spoke to Cray about this song, like after he did this?
No, I never spoke to him. Even to this day, even though I've heard interviews with him, I said, I went through the same thing you did. So I kind of related to him as he was telling these different stories. One story was really relatable that I read about him, but we never actually had a chance to talk. But I always loved the group. Why? Because the group had this vocal thing going on that was amazing.
Musical elements to them.
They can sing.
Yeah.
Right. So I always loved those cats. Yeah. So eventually, hopefully as long as we live long enough, I'm going to eventually talk to him one day and see him and talk to him one day. But we've never got together and spoke.
I'm going to have to plug that in, man. We're going to make it happen.
Plug it in. Make it happen.
So yeah. Let's see. Some of the younger rappers too: Kendrick Lamar, Meek Mills, amongst some other new school rappers. Sampling y'all music. Want to ask you, man, how does it make you feel to hear your music? In other forms.
Well, right now, because these rappers, like Nick Cannon and Fat Joe and R. Kelly and all these people that sample the records. What's the name? I can't remember. But anyway, it makes me feel really good to know that somebody appreciates the music that we did, right? And it makes the songs live longer. Yeah. They have a little bit more longevity, but through other artists. Right. We had nothing to do with Cool G Rap and Nas, but when they took the song, all of a sudden, we got another life over here.
I had a lot to do with it.
I mean, but I'm saying we got another life.
Right.
We live in multiple lives through these guys.
I understand.
Now, when you say how you like it, how do we feel? When Cool G Rap and Nas first brought that song to us, and we listened to those lyrics, we was like, oh, shit. Damn, I don't know. Yeah. We just ain't about that life. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But, it came down to, this is the beginning of people sampling you. They're going to be sampling you all the time, and you're not always going to like what they sing about. Right. Let them have it, as I see.
So let me ask you this. That kind of segues right where I wanted to go. Would you allow someone to sample your music if you wasn't feeling the music? Like, even if the money was right, like, you wasn't feeling it, though?
Well, in the case of Cool G Rap and Nas, we did let them do it. Was we feeling that song? No. We weren't, because we weren't into that kind of lyrical thing. Because remember, we're lyricists as well. So, but now, let's look at it now. If the song was demonic, like straight up demonic, that's a little bit different. Gotcha. If we're talking about eating abortions and all that kind of crazy crap, it would be like, no, we can't be with that. Right. But other than that, people just they're into what they're into. Right. Even if I'm not into it, it right now. Then it becomes a business.
Gotcha.
Okay, but don't take it too far, because, like I said, if it's totally demonic, I don't think we would probably want to get deep with this, because that's all of our song. That's me, Dave, and Bernard's song. So talking about Happy. Other songs as well, but man, you got to be careful out here.
Yeah, all business ain't good business.
Yeah, got to be careful.
So you mentioned you played the sax and some other instruments too.
Hmm.
Was there ever any like musical training, or was this all like you developed this kind of like naturally?
It's pretty much all been natural, okay? Because the flute and the sax are very close to each other, other than the fact that you blow them differently on with the mouthpiece on the sax, and the flute you blow a little bit differently. But the fingering is pretty much close to the same, not the same, but it's close enough. So they're in the same family. The family is called the woodwinds.
Right.
So, I ventured into the clarinet, which I never liked that sound. I even had a bass clarinet for a little while, and I liked it, but it really wasn't, it wasn't my voice inside. It's always came back to the flute, but I tell you one thing, I really loved the tenor. My tenor life was short-lived. I did through the whole tenor life through mandrill, but as I got older, my back started getting hurt. It started hurting. Could y'all still hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you still there?
Okay, because somebody's trying to call. And I think, oh, you know what? I gotta, he might be at the door. I'm expecting a session coming in. But anyway, yeah, but the tenor sax is still a nice voice for me inside, but I can't carry it anymore. It's just too heavy for me. You know what I mean?
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah. I'm probably going to have to go answer the door. I know he's calling me because he's probably outside.
Okay. Yeah, we could chill.
Okay.
Yeah,
But give me a quick question before I run. 'Cause I'm going to run. I'm just going to put the mic down for a second. But what else you got?
I was gonna ask you about this body of work.
And there he is again. Let me go get him.
Yeah, go ahead.
I gotta go get him.
Yeah, man, we gonna rock out while you doing that, man. You got some other people online, man. Who else we got on here, man? While he going to get the dough? You say John? I don't think they can hear us. You gonna have to wait till they come back. It's all good, man. Y'all rocking with Surreal Talk Radio. Live
Real Talk Radio.
We over here with my man David Pitt Conley right now. He handling a little business for his recording. You know, he's still doing the music thing. So
Legend.
yeah, man, we just chilling out. Oh yeah, okay. So who else we got on the line here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, who else we got on there? Who is this?
John Fever.
John Fever. Yeah, man. All right, cool, man. Yeah, well, like I say, man, we over here doing our thing. Y'all over there chilling out. Y'all guess y'all getting ready to do some recording too, huh?
No, we in two different places. I'm in Jersey. Dave is in Georgia.
Okay. All right. Ain't now. See, that's news right there. I'm glad. See, we make something out of it on the break, man. I ain't know you from Georgia. Shoot, I mean, he closer to me. We down here in Florida, man. So you know.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we'll be down in Orlando.
That's where we at. Yeah.
Oh, we'll be down in Orlando on the 21st.
Okay.
We got a show down there on the 21st. Where at? Let me pull it up so I can give you the proper information.
Yeah, we got to link up, man. Definitely.
Yes, sir.
21st, Orlando. So y'all heard it right here on Surreal Talk Radio. Surface will be down here on the 21st of November. He getting ready to give us the information. We're going to put it out there for y'all so y'all can make sure y'all check it out. Now, when you say y'all coming down here to do a concert?
We're doing it. We're performing. I think it's a club. Situation, but it's us. We'll be performing with Sunshine Anderson, Cut Close, Rome, us, and I believe that and some other artists.
Okay, I think I see a flyer for that. I want to say, if my memory serves me correct, I think I see my man Ball Greasy on there.
And Ball Greasy.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Okay, then.
That's correct.
That's what's up. I remember.
So you know exactly what it is. All right.
Yeah, man. Shit, we gotta make sure we check y'all out when y'all come down here, man.
That gentleman David is he's a real sharp guy, man. Really talented, very passionate, very religious. He's a heavy guy. He's a heavy guy, Mr. Conley.
Yeah, man. My producer's saying I got 10 more minutes left on this thing.
Shit.
I hope he can
Sorry.
get back in here. We can.
There he is. He back.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
You good?
Gosh.
You said 10 more minutes? All right. Okay, then we gonna make it do what it do.
What's this number? Gosh. Oh, God. I got to get this number. Contact. Oh, there you go. Hey, go.
Yeah, once again, y'all rocking with Surreal Talk Radio.
I'm so sorry, guys.
We got the legend David Pitt Conley on. You know, he handling some business right quick. He gonna pop back in. We just found out that they will be here in Orlando on November the 21st. They're gonna be on the show with Ball Greasy, say Sunshine Anderson, Cut Close, and
Changing faces.
Changing faces. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And Rome.
Yeah, I interviewed a couple of them. Rome, I remember Rome. Yeah. Rome kind of sounded like Bones back in the day, man.
Yeah, Rome. Yeah, Rome had a nice little vibe going.
Yeah. That's cool, man. Yeah, man. You guys work with a lot of great artists, man. Yeah. What we looking like on time over there?
Mr. Conley.
No, I ain't hear nothing. You was trying to bring in
I don't know what happened to him. It seemed like we lost him. Everybody Loves R&B is the name of the event.
What is it called?
Everybody Loves R&B.
Everybody Loves R&B. You got the address on there?
And it's gonna be at a spot called The Experience, if I'm not mistaken.
Experience. Okay. Experience.
See if I can pull up address. So they have the address on here. They do have a number you can call, 407 496 3015. If you're looking for some tickets, that's the number. Or you can go to dimeparty.com.
Hey man, I tell you what, man, I seen that flyer. I'm a grab that thing and do what I could do on my end. Make sure we pack that place out for y'all, man. You know, we got the legends coming down. Y'all got a good lineup too, man.
Yeah, that is a nice lineup. We do a lot with Changing Faces, Cut Close, Rome, and us. We do a lot of shows together. So, and Sunshine Anderson as well. So it's definitely a nice show. All of the performers are solid. They all have, and it's different eras, but it's great songs.
Yeah.
It's a real vibe.
Yeah, y'all ever performed with Ball Greasy before?
No, I'm not even familiar with Ball Greasy. I'm gonna have to do some research and check his stuff out, so I can be familiar when I meet the brother.
I was just gonna say, man, y'all night and day. I interviewed Ball Greasy before, man. Y'all night and day. Man.
He says night and day.
It's night and day, man. But it's gonna be interesting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's gonna be interesting, yeah. I mean, Ball Greasy, he gonna bring it. Y'all gonna have a different kind of crowd out there, man. Y'all gonna have y'all crowd, his crowd.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be a different vibe, man.
It's a different kind of vibe.
Yeah, but it's gonna be cool though, man. Y'all gotta.
Yeah. But that's the merging of music,
right?
Yeah. That's that merging of eras, and good music is universal. It don't matter. People love it. They love it. Don't matter what age, what you into. People gonna recognize those hits.
Right, exactly. Yeah, like I said, man, because y'all got some timeless stuff anyway, man. So it's like, some of that stuff, even for a person who ain't never heard Surface before, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It's gonna plug right in.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask my producer right quick how much time I got. Hey, how much time we got over here? He's on mute? Okay, we got to get him off mute. David's on mute? All right, hey, David, you got to unmute yourself, brother. Got to unmute yourself, man. Producer say it's on your bottom corner. What you say? Bottom left hand corner.
I don't even see him. Is he there?
Yeah, I don't see nobody. I'm looking at a black screen right now.
Oh,
I'm here.
Okay.
there you go. We hear you now. We hear
Yeah,
you.
I still haven't. I messed up. Went outside and he's parked down the street, and he couldn't hear me calling him.
Oh,
Okay. Well, hey, listen, man. We got to get up out of here. I got like we say 5 minutes left.
Oh wow! I'm so sorry,
No,
man.
it's all good, bro. We definitely could do part 2, part 3, part 4. You know what I'm saying?
yes, sir.
We got some good. Yeah, we got some good information while you was off on that y'all gonna be here in Orlando. So that's a time right there where we can sit down and do it live. You know. But,
Yes, sir. We can arrange that for sure.
That's what's up, man. All right. Well, listen. Let me get a couple of these questions locked out of here before I let y'all go. You know, you guys done accomplished a lot, man, on the Billboard charts. Platinum selling records, toured internationally. Want to know, you know, what else would you like to do with the music?
Brother David?
I don't know if you. I don't know.
Well,
I'm here. Can you hear me?
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. David, can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm sorry.
The question was, what would you like to do going forward in music? You've done so much. What would you like to do going forward?
Well, I personally ain't did enough. So that answers that. So I haven't done enough in what I'm supposed to be doing. You know, this flute was a gift. The writing was a gift. It's all a gift. So it's a gift that keeps on giving, and we need to give it all to the people. That's the biggest thing. What we have to do is keep on giving it to the people as long as I live. Okay, that's really it.
For sure. All right. So, yeah, man. When it's all said and done, want to know, man, how would you like to be remembered in the music game?
As being a wonderful guy. Y'all there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah,
All right,
that's
well,
it.
listen,
Just
man,
being a nice
we
guy.
y'all gonna be
You know what I mean?
down here in Orlando on the 21st. Before we wrap it up, man, I want to ask you. I want to give you time to give your shout outs. Any social media you want to provide, any upcoming shows. Again, we know about Orlando or any kind of upcoming events and things like that. I want to go ahead and give you time to do all of that right now.
Well, we got to Orlando. We also got to Detroit the day after. We're going to be out there in Detroit, Michigan. But the main thing is I want to give a little homage to my new manager,
Okay.
Big J. All right, so that's the big thing. I want to make sure that he's recognized. You know
Big
what we're
J
doing.
booking.
Yeah,
Booking.
and if you can give him the number, Fee, I'd appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay.
You didn't put me on the spot. I gotta go search for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got Big J booking on Instagram. We got John Fever _surface on Instagram. You got David Conley Instagram surf and Facebook. You got Surface Legacy that we have a page on Instagram that we're trying to push as well. So you can find us on all of those social media accounts, and we out here. We're trying to keep the music going. I think Dave's muted himself again.
All right, well, listen, man, we're going to bring y'all some more Surface, man. We're going to catch up with them boys when they come down here to Orlando. But that was Surface on Surreal Talk Radio. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Y'all follow us on social media. Check us out on YouTube at Calico Surrealist. If you enjoyed the show and you want to show support, contact WPRK at Rollins College. We thank y'all so much for rocking with us. We are out of here. Peace.
Much love. Peace.
Thank y'all, man.